There we go. See how everybody spawns sort of weird? Okay, anyways, for those who, again, are just tuning in, the new Machete, it no longer gives percent damage to monsters or any of that crap, or sustain. It now gives flat attack damage reduction versus monsters, plus 10 attack damage versus monsters. It effectively nerfed AoE champions. Also, you can't buy 5 potions anymore. You buy only 4 because they raised the price of the Machete. So they nerfed some of the AoE clearing and they nerfed the sustain. So effectively, junglers have 150 less gold. I mean, not gold. Gold health. There we go. Also, the new Machete, it has a new item it builds into called the Quill coat, which gives 20 armor flat out, which is delicious, but that's because it builds out of cloth armor. 40 health regen per 5 and 30 mana regen per 5 when you take damage from a monster. Attacking monsters also lose 5% of their maximum health over 3 seconds, up to 150 health. This is actually not a lot, so don't be like, whoa, this is amazing. And Hunter's Ward, now they can place a ward, just like Wriggle's Lantern. That's kind of, in my opinion, kind of Quill's coat shouldn't really have that. It's kind of a little too much. Same thing with Spirit of the Ancient Golem. It has those abilities plus the conservation stack. It gives 25% bonus health extra now, plus 200 health, as it always kind of sort of had. It just nerfed the health and gave it 25% bonus health. And 10% cooldown reduction, and the 20 armor carries over. Keep in mind, it lost its tenacity. It no longer gives tenacity. If you build cloth armor first, that might not be such a terrible idea, in fact. Also, if you guys don't know, Nautilus, I'm using the W right now, just so I can get the cooldown up the second it spawns. And I didn't hit one of these little minions right now. So I'm just kind of wailing on this golem. I used the smite early because there's no, there's no chance I'm going to die by anything. Yeah. Alrighty then. So, since it doesn't really affect anything else, I mean, it doesn't affect tanks or anybody specifically, the jungler tanks will still have the first clear the same. And actually, this potion was kind of wasted, so that was my bad. The time ends. Also, in the new the new game map, it feels a little weird clicking on anything that even moves. So it's just kind of, Though, here's one thing you guys should know. Jungle tanks never really had a problem with clearing. Their biggest issue is any other jungler that comes in just has to breathe on them and they'll die. Like, Lee Sin comes in, kicks me from behind, and I'll die. You see, I'm not taking any damage. Though the new damage reduction thing is actually helping out a lot in this case. The clear, just a lot of jungle tanks never really had a problem with the clear. So, even if it's slightly slow, it's just fine. Yeah. I can buy the Quill armor now, actually. And in fact, I'm just gonna act as though I can gank somebody like in a real game. If I don't get the kill, then I don't get the kill. If I do, then hooray. But after that, I'll buy a Quill armor regardless, and I'll show you what it does. I already said it gives you health regen when you get hit, and it deals damage to monsters when you get hit. But the thing is, some people have already begun to overrate the item, as in, this will make jungle tanks incredibly fast, this will make him super sustained. When in truth, it's not actually that. It doesn't really help too much. Alright. Just assuming this is a real gang. See, and this is bronze right here. I'm not even getting help from my teammates. This is very accurate. In fact, I could die. Finally, my teammate actually helps. Take that, Wukong. This is a really bad gank. But assume this is most of the player-based experiences. There you go. Bronze level ganking. Oh wait, I go home and I'll buy the Quill armor and I won't buy the health thing because I'll assume I didn't get 2 kills. I only got 1. So Quill armor and boots. Where the hell are the boots? Here you go, boots. And I'll buy this thing. And I'll buy a bunch of potions because I know I need them. Alright, so the Quill armor has a ward attached to it. You can actually poop out a ward. Boom. See? And of course I still have my trinket so I can use that as well. Good news for everybody. See, I am not going to use my shield, I'm not going to use anything. I'm just going to hit them once and then let them aggro me and then stab at me. So you'll see the health regen in action. Move it over here so you can see it. I'll hit the small one and now you can see the health regen go up. Right there by the hit points. You can see my health go down steadily. It's like it's not too helpful. You can also see that these monsters aren't dying that quick. I mean, they are taking more damage than a lot of. They're actually taking some AoE damage, but so it's kind of fine. It's kind of okay, but it's not gonna just tear them to pieces. You are probably gonna still have to do the majority of the work. And in fact, the Spirit Stone might still end up doing more damage if you calculate it or calculate it right. So, it's not a big deal. I love how that thing just poofs and becomes a tiny frog as a result. It's like a magic enchantment, Lulu Forest of Doom. Yes, it's a new item. You guys can check right there on the queue. It's on my queue. Also, again, it feels weird clicking on anything. It's like sort of they're in the background and your champion's in front of them, so it's kind of harder to click. I know I can use click shift, and I do, but it's just kind of for the jungle camps. I've always clicked on the monster to murder them. So you see, the item isn't really helping much. It's not, I don't think it's meant to do much, and it's not going to really fix the problem with jungle tanks. The problem with jungle tanks is being invaded and being counter-ganked. Most jungle tanks have to do this. Watch. I'm going to go fight blue. It's about to spawn soon, so I'm just going to sit there. In fact, here it is a timer. It tells me 18 seconds for it to spawn. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Whatever, I'm going to wait here. There's no way, and you'll see it spawns. No big deal. Some people raised a huge fit about the timers, but I honestly don't care. So look, here's how jungle tanks clear most things. I have to use my W, right? My W, and then to make it faster I use my E. The cooldowns on those abilities are ridiculously high. So, my abilities are on cooldown, and they wear off, especially the shield, before I actually kill the camp. Now, let's just say I was a Lee Sin, and I was fighting a Nautilus. I'd be able to stroll in and see that his abilities are down, and right there, it's just, he can't even stand up and fight. He could try to wait around for his cooldowns to come back, but by then, I've already beat him so badly that he's just gonna die. And when I go gank, I have to use all my abilities as a jungle tank. I have to use my Q as Nautilus to grab them, or I have to just slowly slither up there and hit them with everything. W to deal damage, E to control them, Q to hook them, ultimate to whatever. And if I do all that, I won't have a disengage at all. And even then, I likely don't even have disengage because I'm using my my Q to fight. So with all that said, I go in. I can't win a 2v2 because, you know, Nautilus isn't really the world's greatest duelist. So Lee Sin comes in, and let's say I gank Irelia. My teammate is Wukong, and I'm ganking Irelia, and the enemy Lee Sin comes. Wukong and Nautilus are not going to beat an Irelia and a Lee Sin. We're going to die screaming, bloody, and crying. So that's the big problem with jungle tanks. It was never the clearing. I could replicate this in the live game right now, and it would still be the same damn thing. Like, I'll be sustained, I'll be clearing really quickly. In fact, Jungle Nautilus is one of the faster clear jungles in the game. It's just he relies so heavily on his shield and mana that he can't sustain it forever. And worse off when he gets invaded. And more so, he's not really a jungle farmer, he's a ganker, so he's not really getting to display this badass clearing speed, so... I don't think the item will really help out against the major problem that jungle tanks face, and that is pretty much getting creamed by anyone who even bothers to look them poorly when they gank. Also, League of Dashes is not good. See, these bots becoming a lot smarter. It's like they pass the Turing test before actual computers. See, I just can't. Well, it is level 1, honestly, so kind of I should have expected it just to melt. But still, point stands. Jungle tanks are just naturally flawed. Why would Leona have any actual advantage with this stupid item? Rammus didn't even have an advantage, and we already saw him. It was kind of, you know, hopefully some of the players who watch here were like, whoa, Stonewall's right, this item is pretty goddamn pointless. Oh no, you can't. I'll scale you. Oh no, outplayed. Outplayed. LCS bound. LCS bound. Oh yeah. But yeah. It's a new item. It's like I've already explained. Not gonna. It doesn't seem to be making too much of a difference yet. But you know, one of the bigger nerfs to jungle tanks was actually the jungle items themselves, having limited 1 gold per jungle tank. I mean, per 1 gold item per character. If I could, I would definitely have rushed. Where's that stupid item? I would definitely have rushed this new Shurelia's Reverie here, Talisman of Ascension. So beautiful. I really want this item to be available for tanks again, or at least some kind of item similar to it, because without it, some champions just seem a little dull. From the deep. So poop award out. But yeah, I hope it made sense what I was trying to explain to you about jungle tanks. Yeah, the item, there's just, look, with Spirit of the Ancient Golem, though, actually makes a huge difference. Like, you'll actually heal up most of the damage they do. At least most of it. You'll be very close to being top. It won't do, like, you just kind of nullify anything they do. Like, hoppity hoppity hop. Like, and they still slowly murder themselves, and it doesn't make a huge difference. In fact, right now I'm going to do an experiment. Let's see how long it takes for these monsters to kill themselves. I'm going to take the golem first, though. I'm going to go a Wraith, and we're going to see how long it takes for a Wraith to get itself killed. Echo. 19k HP. What? Are you smoking? Look, Spirit of the Ancient Golem is only giving me 168 bonus health. That's not a lot. In fact, that's probably less. So, like, this is actually a huge problem with this community. It's that they forget to compare it to the things that used to exist, and they just assume all the cool things they're seeing couldn't have been replicated before. The Spirit of the Ancient Golem is not actually giving me a lot of health right now. Alright, look. I was gonna hit this thing, and I'm gonna... Well, let's see how long it takes itself to kill. I hit it at 1325. So, do I even have auto attack on it? Yeah, I do. So, I don't have an S button, so I'm just gonna play around. Do I? Yeah, I do. Alright, so I hit it at 1325. I'm just gonna wait to see how long it takes for these things to kill themselves. Look at it go. Such an OP item. It's definitely gonna speed up our jungle clears. Jungle tanks are gonna be OP. Oh my god, he's murdering the camps. He's faster than Shyvana. Oh my god, Rammus will be the fastest jungler in the game. Oh my god. Ah. Holy shit, they can't even die from the bleed, can they? They're stuck at 1 health. This thing can't even kill them.